Hi guys, it's Irene's Braids and I am back with another video. Today I am going to try to achieve some Koi Leray braids on my daughter. This little braided style is so cute and it's trending for the summer of 2021. I really feel like they're very child appropriate. So I'm going to show you guys what I am going to do on my daughter. So of course, I like to start my knotless braids out by sectioning the natural hair out into 3 sections. And I like to take the right side of the sectioned off hair and I like to drag that side over to the left side, grab the left batch of hair, and then I like to go ahead and add in some braided hair through my index and thumb finger and braid it into my section. Make sure I'm gripping it a nice, secure grip. I hate to say tight, you guys, because I don't want you to do it too tight. But just make sure it's secure, okay? And I continue to feed in the braiding hair between my index and my thumb finger until I get to the consistency of the braid that I would like to achieve. Now, you guys, I don't want to make these braids too thick or too big. I'm just looking to fill in her braids nicely, but I don't want to make them too big. So more of a medium. Okay, guys. And I'm going to continue to braid that down until I get to a stopping point. And for me, that stopping point would be the length that I would like for my braids to be at. And guys, please remember that when we get to that stopping point, we are going to be using our handy dandy black rubber bands. So I prefer to use the black ones because the black rubber bands do hold up better. Try to stay away from the plastic rubber bands, you guys. More so the clear ones that you see, those will pop easily. So if you're going to do this look, you need to definitely get some black rubber bands like you see in the description shown in the previous screen. So I wrap the rubber band about 6 times or so. Make sure it's nice and secure. And then I'm going to just take my scissors and I'm going to razor off the excess hair that I don't need. We're going to make the braids a little bit shorter. And then we're going to use some perm rods to curl the ends of the hair that we decided to keep. Now, guys, please keep in mind that you do not have to use scissors to razor out the hair. You actually can use I know some people like to use blades or like hair razors, whatever you find. And then also, you guys, you can cut the hair in half and then go ahead and pre-stretch it out yourself to make it shorter so that way you don't even have to razor off anything. Or you can buy the hair already at the beauty supply store that's made for little girls and it's already short, it's pre-stretched, and it's ready to go. So try to look into your local beauty supply store for something like that. All right, you guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have you guys continue watching me braid my daughter's hair. And I will see you guys back in a second within the next clip to discuss further the following steps. All right, let's continue watching. Okay, you guys, so I want to just mention one thing that I did not mention. Some people always ask how many rows, how many braids. I don't like to give that answer, and the reason being is because everyone's head size is not the same. Okay, so sometimes it may require more parting for people with fuller heads. And I use the word fuller because I try to stay away from using the word, someone with a big head. I don't like saying that, especially in a professional setting. So I like to just say fuller head. And they may require more hair. And then you have some clients who have smaller heads, average size heads. And so sometimes the sections can, vary. But if you would like to know how much my daughter has as far as in today, I did make so far about 3 rows. And with that being said, she has 1 row in the back, and then now I'm working on my 3rd row. And what I do is I like to go typically straight across for my back row. And then as we move forward, I like to go ahead and round each row after that. And the reason why I like to round it off as more in a U-shaped part is because it allows the braids to fall in between the row underneath it, and that would give it that full look. Now, not necessarily for this particular style because we're not really going for the braids to be too full. We're just going for the braids to lay flat and then also to have, that cool, lightweight, short, cute, and curly hairstyle. Okay, so that's the look that we're going for, particularly in this video. But I just wanted to mention that real quick because I always get so many comments about that, and you guys, as you guys notice, if you have been watching my channel for a while, I never mention how many braids, right? And I don't mention, how many rows I've done because I don't want to say, yeah, just do, 5 rows, and then now your hair looking crazy. You can't. It just doesn't work that way. It goes by each client's head, exactly. I don't like to say how many packs of hair I use because I don't want to tell you because technically. I only use what 2 packs of hair on my daughter. That's it. Okay. And then what if your daughter's head is not the same size as my daughter? Now you went to the store and bought 2 packs of hair, and now you got to go back because all because I told you 2 packs. So hopefully that makes sense. Okay, guys. All right. So in the meantime, let's go ahead and continue watching, and we will go from there. All right. Thanks, guys. Okay, you guys, so I am using some small perm rods. I picked up 3 packs, but I misplaced the pack. I don't know how I did it, guys, but I did. So you'll see in this video that one side of her head will not be completed with perm rods once I'm rodding them. So I will add more rods once I dip all the braids with them, so that way I can, bring some to the other side. Now, there's 2 ways to do this, guys. Now, I did this my way. You don't have to do what I'm doing. You do it the way you want to do it, okay? Now, you can twist the braiding hair as you wrap it around the rod, and what that does is it allows your curls to be more of a tighter curl. Or you can just roll it around the rod without twisting it, and that would just give you, a loose flat curl. Okay, so that's the difference between the two. Now you can use thicker rods if you want, and that will make your curls, a thicker shape. The smaller rods give you more of a tighter curl, so I prefer small rods. That's just my thing to do. So you do what you would like, okay, guys? Now, once I rod all of her hair, I'm going to then dip it in hot water. You must dip it in hot water in order for the curls to be instant. Mind you guys, this is a YouTube tutorial. So I am going to unravel the perm rods as soon as it's dipped, just to show you guys the results, okay? I recommend that you do not take the rods out. I recommend that you keep them in and let your child sleep in them overnight. That's what I recommend. But I unfortunately cannot do that because I need to show you guys what the results will look like at the end of this video. So if I were to do this style again, I'm going to leave the rods in overnight. So that way her curls are much more tighter and they last much longer. Okay. So I will be using a coffee cup to dip her hair in. I did use a kettle to heat the water. You can use your stove top and just make a pot of water and then pour it into a coffee cup mug with a handle. I prefer to use that on her because we're using perm rods and it's easier to dip the hair into. So you guys do whatever method works for you. I'm just explaining what I did in hopes that that might be beneficial to you. Okay. So let's continue watching. Oh yeah, guys, and one more thing. As you dip your baby's hair with the perm rods and then you use your coffee mug, blow. Please blow, 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 blow. The cool air of you blowing as it's dipping into that hot water, and then when you take it up out of that hot water and you bring your towel to dry it, blow. So that way you can get that heat up off of your child's neck, and that way, you know, she doesn't feel like she's being burnt. Because sometimes when they can feel that heat, they feel like they're going to get burnt, and then they jump, and then they get scared. So definitely blow, okay, guys? My girls have been getting their hair braided since they were babies, so they're just pros. They sit here like, you know, pros. They don't move. They're very, very good when it comes to going through these steps. But that's just one thing I would like to recommend to some of my parents who are new at this, okay? So let's continue watching. Okay, so I'm using a pair of scissors to just take off those straighter tips at the end of the curls. I went ahead and used my scissors to cut off those little pieces. I don't really care to have those. You can keep those if you like, but I just went ahead and got rid of them. And what that does is it helps shorten up the braid as well too. Try not to cut too high up, otherwise you're gonna get like a choppy end, and you don't want that. And you guys, I cut straight across. Don't cut straight across. Cut at a downward angle, and that will make it more, you know, it will thin out the braid versus it being straight across and choppy. So a lot of things that I did in here, don't follow me, guys. Then like I unraveled the curls. I would not unravel the curls if I were you guys. I probably would just leave them as they are. But I did unravel them, and I don't think I really care for the unraveled look. And then also, you guys, please keep in mind, I don't really care to have the curls, the perm rods taken out so soon. So if there's anything I could recommend differently, I would recommend that y'all don't take the curls out too soon or off the perm rods. And I would recommend that you keep them in a little longer so they could get, the curls could get tighter. But other than that, the style came out really nicely. She loves her hair. But those are just some things that I would do differently. All right, guys, as always, you can follow me on Instagram at Irene's Braids. And until next time, I will see you guys in my next video.